Hi friends, this video is going to walk you through how to find the area of a complex figure. So this is what your seesaw slides all look like today. Like I said yesterday, they're a little bit more organized today so that it's easier to know what to do for each step. So the black figure up top is our complex figure. And we have some labels of 8 meters on the top, 6 meters on the side, and 14 meters on the bottom. So our first step is going to be to separate and create those two shapes and finding two shapes that are going to be familiar to us and that we are going to already know how to find the area of. So I'm going to grab my pen tool, and I think that right here is going to be the best spot for me to break this shape up. So I am going to draw my rectangle here, and I'm not going to take up the whole space. You can if you want, and then use some of the other white space around here to do your math. But I'm just going to try to keep as much as I can together so I don't lose anything. So I'm going to just make a small rectangle here and a small triangle here. And remembering too that I'm going to do my best to just, at least for my triangle, maybe a little, I maybe should have made this side a little bit longer, but that's not a big deal. It's at least going the same way as the one up top. So that was step number 1, was to draw out my shape. Step number 2, and all these steps, friends, are in the directions in case you need them. Step number 2 is going to be to label my sides. So I'm just going to grab a different color, honestly, because I feel like it. So my rectangle that I have, this is the height, and I don't have to do anything fancy with it. I can already tell that that is going to be 6 meters. And then my length, okay, well that whole thing is 14, but I don't use up that whole thing. But you know what? I don't actually have to do anything fancy with it because I can see up top that that is 8 meters. So whether I write 8 on the top or 8 on the bottom, it doesn't matter. I've got a 6 meter by 8 meter rectangle. And now friends, if you want to just finish and now find the area of this rectangle, that is totally fine. I like to label both of my shapes first and then find the area of both. So now I'm going to look at my triangle. I'll grab a nice purple here. So this is the height of my triangle and the base. As you noticed from me yesterday, I like to kind of do some color coordinating of things. So that purple line, you know what? I don't have to do anything fancy with that either because that is going to be the same height as my rectangle. So I can write 6 there for my height. My base, though, is where I have to do a little bit of math, and I have to see that, well, that whole length, this whole thing is 14. And like we practiced yesterday, I'm going to take away 8 from that. So I am going to do 14 minus 8, which I know is 6. And you know what? I'm just showing my work as I go because just in case I make an oops, it'll be really easy to go back and fix. So we are on to step 3. Step 3 is to find the area of our shapes. So here for the square, I'm going to do base times height, and that's it. 6 times 8, and I'm going to write this out just so that I have it here showing my work, is 48. And I made a nice little box here for you to write in your area so that you know where to use it off to the right. So I've got 48 meters squared. Now for a triangle, I need to do base times height divided by 2. So I know 6 times 6 is 36. And 36 divided by 2, you know what? I just don't know off the top of my head, so I'm going to go through the math. 2 goes into 3 one time. I subtract 2. I get 1, bring down my 6. 2 goes into 6 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16, so I am good to go there. The area, remember, is whatever you get up top. I highlighted it there for you. So our area for our triangle is going to be 18 meters squared. Now I kind of went through those quickly, but those are things that we have been practicing for a while, and you can watch this video as many times as you would like. to help work through that. I'm just trying to kind of show you what this whole page is going to look like. So we have our orange area is 48 meters squared. Our blue area, so orange was just the box color of the rectangle. Blue is the box color of that triangle. 48 meters squared plus 18 meters squared, I get 66 meters squared. Again, this whole example is going to be on your page anyways, so you can kind of use it to know what you're supposed to be doing where. But watch this video as many times as you need, friends, and let me know if you have any questions.